Italy. The name itself feels like a promise. It's a promise of sunlight on ancient stones, the taste of a perfect tomato, and the sound of laughter echoing in a piazza. This isn't just a country, it's a living museum, a feast for the senses, and a storybook of human history. Every corner you turn, every plate you taste, tells a tale that stretches back millennia. It's a place where the past isn't just remembered, it's woven into the fabric of everyday life. You feel it in the air, you see it in the faces of the people, and you taste it in every glass of wine. It's a land that has given the world art, music, fashion, and of course food that feels like love on a plate. It's a place of profound contrasts, where the chaos of a bustling city market can exist just a few steps away from the quiet reverence of a magnificent church. This is the magic of Italy. It connects you to something bigger than yourself, a long, unbroken line of passion, creativity, and resilience. From the majestic peaks of the Alps to the sun-drenched shores of Sicily, the landscape itself is a masterpiece. It's a canvas painted with rolling vineyards, silvery olive groves, and villages that cling to cliffsides, bathed in golden light. So, pack your bags, bring an open heart, and prepare to fall in love. Italy is waiting for you, ready to share its treasures and change you forever. We begin in Rome, the eternal city. It's impossible not to feel the weight of history here. Let's start with the Colosseum, the greatest amphitheater of the ancient world. Standing inside, you can almost hear the roar of the crowds and the clash of gladiators. It's a place of brutal spectacle, but also of incredible engineering. This icon of Rome is a powerful symbol of the Roman Empire's might and its complex legacy. For an interesting story, it's said that the arena was sometimes flooded for mock naval battles, turning this grand stage into a giant man-made sea. Just next door, you'll find the Roman Forum. This was the heart of ancient Rome, the center of political, commercial, and social life. Walking through these ruins, you are treading the same stones as Julius Caesar and Cicero. You can see the remnants of temples, basilicas, and public squares where decisions were made that shaped the Western world. Not far from the Forum is the Pantheon, my personal favorite building in Rome. It is a masterpiece of architectural genius. When you step inside and look up at the oculus, the perfect circle open to the sky, it's a spiritual experience. Originally a temple to all the gods, it has stood for nearly 2,000 years, its dome still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. Finally, we visit the Trevi Fountain. It is more than just a fountain, it's a Baroque masterpiece of art and water. The sound of the rushing water fills the small piazza, and the sight of Neptune's chariot bursting from the building is breathtaking. The tradition says that if you toss a coin over your left shoulder with your right hand, you are guaranteed to return to Rome. Every day, thousands of euros are collected from the fountain and donated to charity, turning wishes into real help for those in need. Now we travel to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. This city is an art gallery in itself. Our first stop is the magnificent Florence Cathedral, or Il Duomo. Its incredible dome, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, dominates the skyline and is a marvel of engineering that experts still study today. Climbing to the top is a journey, but the panoramic view of the city with its red-tiled roofs and the rolling Tuscan hills beyond is a reward you will never forget. An interesting fact is that Brunelleschi won the commission to build the dome without ever revealing his exact plans, trusting in his own genius to solve the immense challenge. Next, we visit the Uffizi Gallery, one of the most important art museums in the world. Here, you can stand face-to-face with masterpieces by Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. Seeing Botticelli's The Birth of Venus in person is an experience that photos can never capture. We must also see Michelangelo's David, housed in the Galleria dell'Accademia. This statue is the absolute symbol of Florence and of human perfection. It is much larger and more powerful in person than you can ever imagine. The detail is astonishing, from the veins in his hands to the determined look in his eyes. It represents the spirit of Florence, defiant, beautiful, and triumphant against all odds. Our final Florentine wonder is the Ponte Vecchio, the city's oldest bridge. It's famous for the shops built along it, a tradition that dates back centuries. Originally home to butchers, the shops are now filled with jewelers and art dealers, making it a glittering, bustling landmark over the Arno River. Walking across it, especially at sunset, feels like stepping into a painting. Welcome to Venice, a city built on water. It's a place that defies logic and captures the imagination. Our first wonder here is St. Mark's Square, or Piazza San Marco. Napoleon called it the drawing room of Europe, and it truly is the heart of Venice. Dominating the square is St. Mark's Basilica, a breathtaking masterpiece of Italo-Byzantine architecture. Its nickname is the Church of Gold because of the lavish gold mosaics that cover its interior, glittering in the dim light. The basilica is a treasure chest filled with relics and artworks brought back from 1,000 years of Venetian sea trade. It is opulent, mysterious, and utterly unique. Of course, you cannot speak of Venice without mentioning the Grand Canal. This is the city's main street, a bustling waterway lined with magnificent palaces that seem to float on the water. The best way to see it is from a vaporetto or water bus, or, for a truly romantic experience, a gondola. As you glide along, you see centuries of Venetian history unfold in the architecture. Finally, we explore the islands of Murano and Burano. A short boat ride from the main city, these islands offer a different kind of charm. Murano is world famous for its glassmaking, a tradition that has been protected for centuries. Burano is a photographer's dream with its brightly colored houses painted in every shade imaginable. We now head south, to a land of passion, flavor, and dramatic beauty. Our journey begins with the ancient city of Pompeii. This is not a ruin, it is a city frozen in time. When Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, it buried Pompeii under a thick layer of ash, preserving homes, shops, and even people for nearly 2,000 years. Walking its stone streets is a haunting and powerful experience. An incredible fact is that archaeologists found voids in the hardened ash, which they filled with plaster to create detailed casts of the volcano's victims at their moment of death. Next, we explore the vibrant, chaotic, and utterly captivating city of Naples. This is the birthplace of pizza, and for that alone, it deserves a visit. But Naples is so much more. It has a gritty, real energy, a stunning archaeological museum, and a network of underground tunnels that tell another layer of the city's history. From Naples, we journey to the breathtaking Amalfi Coast. This is one of the most stunning coastlines in the world, a dramatic meeting of mountains and sea. The drive along the narrow, winding road is an adventure in itself, with each turn revealing a more beautiful view than the last. It's a place of glamour, sunshine, and the sweet scent of lemon groves. Our final wonder in this region is the enchanting island of Capri. A short ferry ride from the coast, Capri has been a destination for the rich and famous since Roman times. Its most famous attraction is the Blue Grotto, a sea cave where sunlight passes through an underwater cavity, creating an ethereal blue illumination. It feels like stepping into another world. Let's venture to Italy's magnificent islands, starting with Sicily, a land of ancient gods and diverse cultures. Here we find the Valley of the Temples in Agrigento. This is one of the most outstanding examples of Greater Greece art and architecture. Next in Sicily is Mount Etna, the largest active volcano in Europe. It is a powerful, living force that has shaped the landscape and the lives of the people who live in its shadow. You can take a cable car and a jeep tour to get close to the summit craters, where you can walk on the dark, lunar-like volcanic soil and sometimes see steam rising from the ground. Now we sail to Sardinia, an island with a wild, rugged beauty and some of the most beautiful beaches in Europe. Its most unique wonder is the Nuraghe Nuraxi at Barumini. These are mysterious ancient stone structures that are unique to Sardinia, built by the Nuragic civilization thousands of years ago. Our final island wonder is Sardinia's La Maddalena archipelago. This is a collection of islands and islets off the northern coast, set in crystal-clear turquoise waters that rival the Caribbean. The famous pink beach, Spiaggia Rosa, on the island of Budelli, owes its color to microscopic fragments of coral and shells. Visiting this archipelago feels like discovering a secret, untouched corner of the world. Leaving the southern sun, we travel to the dramatic landscapes of northern Italy. First, the stunning Lake Como. Nestled at the foot of the Alps, this Y-shaped lake is famous for its breathtaking scenery, with deep blue waters surrounded by lush green mountains and elegant villas. Next, we head east to the majestic Dolomites. These mountains are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Their pale, jagged peaks, known as the Pale Mountains, create a unique and spectacular landscape. They change color throughout the day, glowing with a pink and purple hue at sunrise and sunset, a phenomenon known as Rosadira. In winter, they are a skier's paradise, and in summer they offer some of the best hiking in Europe. We must also include the city of Verona, forever associated with Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. It is a beautiful city with a rich Roman heritage, including a remarkably well-preserved Roman amphitheater, the Verona Arena. Of course, you can visit Juliet's house and see the famous balcony. While the story is fictional, the romance of the city is very real. Our final northern wonder is Cinque Terre, a string of 5 picturesque coastal villages clinging to cliffs along the Italian Riviera. The colorful houses seem to tumble into the sea, surrounded by steep terraced vineyards. It's a place of rugged beauty and simple charm. Beyond the famous icons, Italy is full of lesser-known treasures. First, the incredible city of Matera. Located in the southern region of Basilicata, it's one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. People here have lived in sassi, which are cave dwellings carved into the limestone rock. Walking through the sassi is like stepping into the past. Once a place of poverty, it is now a UNESCO site and a symbol of resilience. Next, let's explore Bologna. Known as La Dotta, La Grassa, La Rosa, the learned, the fat, the red, this city is a feast for the mind and the stomach. The city is crisscrossed by nearly 40 kilometers of beautiful covered walkways or porticos, making it a wonderful place to explore in any weather. We then journey to the region of Umbria, often called the Green Heart of Italy. Here we find the town of Orvieto, perched dramatically on top of a large flat summit of volcanic tuff. But the real secret of Orvieto lies beneath the surface. The rock is riddled with a labyrinth of over 1,200 caves, tunnels, and wells dug over centuries, creating a fascinating underground city. Our final hidden gem is Alberobello in Puglia, the heel of Italy's boot. This town is famous for its unique trulli, which are traditional dry stone huts with conical roofs. Walking through the streets of Alberobello feels like entering a fairy tale village. These structures were originally designed to be easily dismantled to avoid property taxes, leaving behind a whimsical and utterly unique landscape. We have journeyed from the ancient heart of Rome to the floating streets of Venice, from the sun-drenched coasts of the south to the majestic peaks of the north. We have seen 30 wonders, each a testament to the incredible beauty, history, and passion that define Italy. But this list is just a beginning. It's a map, and the real treasure is the journey you take to discover these places for yourself. Italy is not a country you simply see from a tour bus. It's a country you must taste, touch, and feel with all your heart. It's about getting lost in winding medieval streets and discovering a tiny trattoria that serves the best pasta you've ever had. The true magic of Italy lies in the moments between the landmarks. It's the kindness of a stranger giving you directions, the sound of church bells ringing in the afternoon, the taste of a gelato on a hot day, and the simple pleasure of watching the world go by from a cafe in a sunlit piazza. This country has a way of slowing you down, of reminding you of the importance of family, food, and living life with a little more passion. It changes you, it inspires you, and it calls you back again and again. So I encourage you to make your own list. Let this be an inspiration, but find your own hidden gems, your own favorite views, and your own perfect plate of pasta. Don't be afraid to wander without a plan. Italy rewards the curious traveler. Every region has its own distinct culture, its own dialect, and its own culinary traditions waiting to be discovered. The journey is endless, and that is part of its profound appeal. Your Italian story is waiting to be written. It's a story of discovery, of beauty, and of connection. Whether you dream of art, history, food, or simply soaking up the sunshine on a beautiful beach, Italy has something for you. Go and find it. Create memories that will last a lifetime. Eat well, laugh often, and let the spirit of La Dolce Vita, the sweet life, fill your soul. Because visiting Italy is not just a vacation, it's an experience that becomes a part of who you are. And once it captures your heart, it will never let go.